Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever played a queen sacrifice in chess? If you have, you'll know it feels really, really satisfying. However, have you ever played 6 consecutive queen sacrifices? I'm betting not. But in the game I'm going to show you today, there is 6 consecutive queen sacrifices. Welcome back to Brilliant Games number 4. Let's get straight into it. So the players are a student and a teacher. The teacher is called Edwin Adams, and he was most famous for being Torre's teacher, and also for playing the brilliant combination you'll see in this game. Torre, he was a very, very strong player. He also invented an opening. An opening was named after him. I guess that's more accurate. But d4, knight f6, knight f3, g6, and now bishop g5. This is called the Torre attack. And he specialized in this opening. Anyways, let's go back to the game. So, Edwin Adams starts with e4, and Torre responds with e5, knight f3, and d6. This is known as the Philidor defense. This is a bit more passive for black, but it's not necessarily a bad opening. d4, white puts 2 pawns in the center, always something good to do. E takes d4 and queen takes d4. Usually the move is knight takes d4, but this move, queen takes d4, was first used by Paul Morphy in his time. White centralizes the queen, and the f3 knight continues to support the e5 push. If you play knight takes d4, the knight doesn't support e5 anymore. However, the drawback of this is that white will need to sacrifice his bishop pair in order to keep the queen in the center. What I mean by this is in the game knight c6 attacking the queen. If you want the queen to stay in the center, you have to pin the knight to the king. If the knight can't take the queen because white will take his king. Bishop d7, unpinning the knight. So now the knight is threatening to take the queen. So white takes the knight and bishop takes back. Notice now white does not have the bishop pair, black does, but now white has all the benefits of the setup. Queen in the center, and knight supports c5. Knight c3. The move Paul Morphy chose was to play bishop g5, but this can be easily neutralized with a very accurate move, bishop e7, because now white has no more advantage. After queen takes g7, there's the line bishop f6, queen takes h8, bishop takes h8, bishop takes d8, bishop takes b2, bishop takes c7, bishop takes a1. And after this massive exchange, white is up 1 point of material, but black has compensation. If we go back here, in the game, Edwin plays knight c3, knight f6, castles, bishop e7, knight d5, and bishop takes d5. Torre sees no use for his bishop pair, so he plays bishop takes d5, giving up one of his bishops for the powerful knight on d5. E takes back, castles, and bishop g5, c6, c4, e takes d5, and c takes d5. If black plays knight takes d5, discovering an attack on the bishop, then there's this massive simplification. White takes the knight, black takes the bishop back, takes the pawn, when white takes the pawn. After this massive simplification, it's white who has a better structure because of these pawn islands, and the only person that can really win here is white. So back to the main line, e takes d5, and after c4, Torre decides to play c takes, e takes, and rook e8. In this position, in hindsight, maybe it was better to play h6, And later on, you'll see why this might be a better move. Okay, let's go back a bit. Rook e8, rook f1, a5. Now, this is a bit of a weird move. This move doesn't really do anything, but it isn't a bad move either. However, this waiting move gives white some chances. Rook to e2, good move. White plans to double on the e-file to add a lot of pressure. Rook to c8. This is now a mistake. Black doesn't sense the danger and casually develops his a8 rook. Now everything is set for the great combination. 6 consecutive queen sacrifices. First, white doubles on e-file, and notice something. Black's back rank is very weak. The king has no escape squares, and now white is threatening to play bishop takes f6, because after bishop takes f6, I play rook takes e8, and I win your queen. So after bishop takes f6, g f6, white is just completely winning because of how weak the king is. So black plays queen d7, getting out of the nasty pin. So now bishop takes f6, and now g takes f6 is forced. But unfortunately, Torre plays bishop takes f6. Now the stage is set for the most spectacular combination in chess history. 6 consecutive queen offers. Black can never take the queen due to his weak back rank. The first queen offer, queen g4. If you take the queen, then I'll checkmate you because of your weak back rank. So after queen g4, queen b5, forced because the queen has to stay defending e8. Queen c4. This time, leaving the queen hanging again, but this time the 2 black pieces can capture it. The black rook and the black queen. Both cannot capture it though, because of the weak back rank. Queen to d7, force, and now queen c7. The same idea, but this time white has penetrated into the midst of black's pieces. As Grandmaster John Nunn puts it, it is especially attractive that the queen slides cheekily along the black rook's line of attack. Both pieces are 1 square away from taking the queen, but neither can due to rook takes e8 checkmate. Oops. Queen b5, forced again. Now, if you look at this position, it appears that black is coping quite well with the multiple queen offers. Perhaps all white has done is find a striking way to force a repetition of moves. Note that white need only have seen this far to feel safe when playing the combination, because a draw by repetition is his safety net if he cannot find anything better. So if white says, oh damn, I can't see anything that wins on the spot, then he can just repeat moves and force a draw. That's his safety net, so he never loses. But anyways, let's go back. However, black's defenses is very fragile, and all it takes is a gentle tap at its base for the whole structure to come falling down. a4. Another brilliancy. If you take the queen, I will take your rook and with checkmate, so the queen is again invulnerable. And queen takes a4. If now queen takes e2, then rook takes e2, and neither rook can take the white's pieces. If the rook takes the rook takes the queen of checkmate. The queen takes the rook of checkmate. If the rook takes the queen, then the rook takes the rook of checkmate, which is just okay. Both rooks are overloaded defending the back rank. After a4, black is forced to take an a4. Now, I want to show you the line all the way back at queen b5. This is just to show you how precarious this position is. If white plays queen takes b7, it's actually black who's winning because of the strike queen takes e2. If you take back, then the rook will take back. I mean, sorry, not the rook. The rook won't take back. What am I doing? Rook c1 check, and knight e1, Rook takes c1, takes. And now it is black that wins, exploiting white's weak back rank. If all the way back here, after queen takes c2, you play queen takes c8, it's black who wins again. After queen takes c1, knight takes c1, and knight takes c1, and rook takes c8, winning up. And now black is up a rook. So that's why a4 is the most precise move. And another queen sacrifice. Queen takes a4, now the only move, rook to e4. This is the point. The rook can now control the a4 square, and which severs black's lifeline. Queen to b5, no choice. Before, if you go all the way back here, queen takes b7 was a blunder because of queen takes e2. But after this position, it's the same position except that there's no rook on e2. Therefore, queen takes b7. The white queen covers the square d7, c6, and b5. And the white rook covers a4. The black queen has finally run out of squares to go. And it's either you lose the queen or you lose the king by checkmate on e8. Oh, that was an amazing combination, wasn't it? 6 consecutive queen offers. This game is one of my favorites. Out of all the games I've played, watched, or analyzed, this is just one of the best games I've ever witnessed. In the words of Grandmaster John Nunn, it suddenly seemed that chess was worth all the blunders and lost games, if only one could produce such a beautiful and profound combination. I cannot agree more. Thank you for watching.